Welcome to it's a little indie game, a little indie horror game set in Wales of all places. I found this just randomly. I don't remember where I got it from. Could have been from one of the Humble Bundles, could have been for any godforsaken reason. It's called Chasing Static. Honestly, it's got an aesthetic going for it. Let's get started, shall we?
Excuse me? Chris, I presume?
Yeah, sure.
It's Evelyn? We spoke on the phone.
Oh, right, sorry. I didn't recognize your voice.
Oh, that's fine. I'm happy you could make it. Your father, it seems he didn't have a lot of friends in the end.
He never did.
Right. Anyway, the home asked me to give you this. It was all they had in regards to his personal effects.
A book? Huh.
I'm sure there's a lot you have to process today. I apologize for being so forward.
No, it's fine, honestly. We really weren't that close.
Well, I'm sorry for your loss, Chris. I hope you have a safe journey home.
So, the story as far as we know. We play as Chris, apparently. And our father passed recently. That's one way. Whew. That's one way to start the game.
To whom it may concern. Packed into the pages of this book, you will find my life's work. A means with no end. A fruitless garden. 30 years of questions with no answers. Much like my own hollow ambitions, some things never come to fruition. I only hope that these tattered pages may serve to prove that we are more than ourselves, and that our perception of reality is merely a veil over our own ideals and hunger to understand this world. I have many regrets. The Institute is not one of them.
We are going somewhere. The town of Hove. Well, that's unusual. I must say, this is a very good opening. Oh, I can no longer reach my coffee. No! Pick up the phone.
The battery's dead.
I mean, I suppose that's why you keep it in the glove box, then. Though it doesn't serve much use as a emergency phone if the battery's dead. So... shift to run. Not really the weather for ice cream. Very true. That has been out here a while.
Christ alive! You almost gave me a heart attack. Let me guess. Got lost in the storm?
Still open?
Sorry to barge in. You're still open, right?
Kitchen's closed, but we have all the coffee you could want. You don't sound like you're from around here.
No. I mean, I used to be. Long time ago.
Where are you headed anyway?
Headed east.
I'm, headed east. Oswestry.
Oh, so do you want the good news or the bad news first?
Let's take the bad news.
Okay, go on. Hit me with the bad news first.
Fearless. I like it. Well, you missed the turning. It's like half an hour back the way you came. Good news is I know the way. We'll be headed that way myself soon anyway. Hang about and I'll show you the way, if I can bum a lift.
Sure. To be honest, I could do with the company.
Wasn't looking forward to cycling in this rain anyway. Nothing creepy though. I'll kick your ass if you try anything.
Hey, I'm just relieved to be off that road. Where are we, anyway?
Welcome to the Last Stop Cafe. Best coffee this side of the A5. Don't get a lot of customers these days though. Oh yeah, help yourself to coffee. I'll be done in 5. So I never caught your name.
Oh, it's Chris.
Chris. Right. Nice and simple.
Yeah. It was my dad's name. My grandfather too. My parents weren't exactly ones to break tradition.
Well, it's nice to meet you, Chris. I'm Anera.
I used to know someone called Anera. It means winter, right?
Close. Winter is Giaf. Anera translates to snow.
Oh, my Welsh is a little rusty.
Hey, I'm impressed. Most English folk can't even read the road signs.
Well, neither can I, apparently.
So what brings you to this neck of the woods?
Well, I buried my dad today.
Oh, shit. I'm sorry.
It's fine. We didn't, exactly see eye to eye.
Yeah, my dad left when I was 6. Turned up 10 years later wanting to play Happy Family. You didn't have the tip, you know. Thanks, though. Turned up 10 years later wanting to play Happy Family. I still get calls from him. Not that I ever answer.
Family, eh?
I'll be finished up soon, then we can hit the road.
See if I'm reading that right. Single coffee. Is that 110? And the double is 180. Interesting. At 50 style advertising for coffee. Well, we can't pick up the broom. That's what I was trying to figure out what to do. I figured the coffee pot would already have had coffee in it, but I guess not. Fresh coffee.
Oh, could you deal with that? Just mess with the dial until it finds a signal again.
There it goes.
Again, that's the second time this week.
Well, that's disconcerting.
Got a lighter here somewhere.
Okay. That'll help a little bit.
See, this is why I love smokers. You wouldn't mind taking a look, would you? There's boxes in the back.
Okay, I guess.
Last time I was waiting 4 hours for an electrician.
Oh, yeah. That I could believe. Small rural area like that.
So, what am I looking for here?
There's a fuse box in the kitchen.
Kitchen. Right.
We are going to examine various loo rolls. Huh. Water still works, so that's weird.
Hey, Naira, a bunch of these fuses are fried.
Should be some spares in there somewhere.
Lights only are the outer two. What's the third? What is the third? Screwdriver.
There's no use for a screwdriver here.
Jammed drawer. Oh, there's no crouching mechanics.
Dead. That's dead. And the fuse is dead.
So all we have are 2 good fuses. Oh. Like that doesn't bode well at all.
Hey, no need to thank me or anything. Anera?
Anera? Well, that ain't normal. What in the world? Don't go into the woods. What happened to this place? Strange device with 2 antennas. Suddenly,
Some sort of tape player. What's it doing here?
big cassette player
No
like
power.
this.
Looks like the battery's depleted.
Should we find a replacement battery? Dear Lord, what happened to this place?
A camera?
Oh, that's just interesting. It's not something we're gonna need because it's not on a hotkey. They weren't moldy when we first showed up here. What happened here? Something... age? Where could we find a replacement battery other than our car? There was a person there. Did I just stumble across an ending? Maybe?
Oh, what?
Oh! Either that's something we were supposed to do, or they made a little early ending. Well, we barely survived that. We are lucky to be alive. That's a lake. Aye, that's a lake. Looks pretty good, too. Some debris. Oh, that's not concerning at all. Danger. Trespassing forbidden. Oh, now there's goo. Now there's goo. And pages. No time to read it now, you say. In regrets, the garden is not one of them. Remember the first day like it was only yesterday. So full of ambition and wonder. The opportunity to work on something truly life-changing. We were grouped into 3 research teams. I took charge of one of the team, Field Team 1. My associate, Dr. Williams, handled Field Team 2. The third was based in the facility. Dr. Kurznetsov at the helm. There was an air of apprehension about the site's grounds, a feeling of helplessness in the face of the unknown. We were people of science, specialists in our fields, and it just so happened that our field was one of the sodden marshlands in northern Wales. Precautions were in place. An appropriate fail-safe measures were established. For all intents and purposes, we were safe. For now. The shelter. A concrete hive of ambition. A bittersweet turnaround for the town's last vestige, should the war turn sour. Rooted under the lands like a great oak, the bunker sprawled across the containment zone. We kept the door ajar for the first few weeks. The overbearing stench of fresh masonry paint did no favors for the already dank corridors and stagnant air. The perfect halfway house between the affected sites. Some of the world's greatest scientific minds were here now, confined to steel desks in a tomb of cinder. Wasn't long before the first incident. My heart hangs heavy for those we've lost. There's something about this place that weighs on you. A creeping sense of dread slowly bleeding into despair. Several days after the first incident, fresh boxes of supplies arrived. It seemed the Institute had realized something was amiss. The water was somewhat sweeter than before. We thought nothing of it, of course. We were naive. I now know that the supplies were traced with lithium. Just enough to take the edge off, but not enough to cloud our judgment. Should I tell them? Is that responsible? It's been 2 weeks since the last incident. Maybe this is for the best. Hearth is like a time capsule. The once thriving village turned into ghost town in a matter of weeks. A fitting descriptor, if a little tongue-in-cheek. Our team has had more sightings here than any other, likely due to the unholy amount of lives lost to contamination, you say. An impurity of the mind, that's what we call it. The same sickness has now taken the lives of 3 of my protégés. It spread like wildfire, fueled among the close-minded culture this village has bred throughout the generations. Many do not heed the warnings. Many refuse to leave. Some say they're still here. You can feel them. Site B, Bravo site. There's something about this room. A kill that washes over you as you step through the door. Situated in the oldest building in the village. There's history here. A lot of it. These glimpses into time, echoes of past conversations. They tell a story, but their narrative is fractured. Like a house with no mortar. What little semblance of cohesion we establish soon comes crashing down in a muddled heap at our feet. Alpha, the outlier of the 3 sites. Alpha site has been the most reliable source of quantitative data, with frequent, almost predictable readings across the board. A once bustling roadside cafe, now a forgotten memory. The echoes here are muddled, disjointed snippets of conversations past. We've reason to believe the cafe itself may be the source, although this theory has its own contradictions. Continued study is necessary. Site C. Ground Zero. The crater itself was some 18 feet wide, but the taint spread beyond it. Withered skeletons of dead trees surrounded the scar. A stark contrast to the dense woodland that littered the rest of the containment area. The celestial substance has been moved, of course, long since secured in a facility surrounded in concrete. However, this site remains tainted, a constant reminder of cause and effect. I fear Dr. Baines may be right. It seems the anomalies are growing. The Echo Garden, a purpose-built containment facility run by Dr. Kurtznesov and housing the celestial anomaly. Anomaly. Ooh, that's a word. Built in the summer of '82, 1 year prior to our arrival, these towering walls of concrete and steel were engineered with one directive: to secure and contain. Not protect, to secure and contain. Situated 2 miles from Ground Zero, and perpendicular to sites A and B, the Echo Garden was built in an attempt to shelter the anomaly and study its effects in isolation. There are multiple fail-safe measures in place should an incident occur in the facility, with an automated lockdown initiating upon containment breach. Thankfully, we have not needed to test these measures. in blank. Missing pages. Straight up missing pages. Well, that doesn't bode well at all. That looks like that would be the containment zone. We've already been to the cafe. Site Alpha, as it's known. And I'd say there was a containment breach. I'd say there was a containment breach. A rowboat. Of course, the goo heads in this direction. Oh. That doesn't look good at all.
Oh, that smell.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm not too... Oh, he's dead. He's very dead. Rusty valve. Researcher. Date 98. Nisha Baines. Location: the roadside cafe in Woodland. Quarantine zone. Site A. Full range. Strong displacement. Singular source. Clear audible chatter. Further study advised. And those look like radio frequencies. A valve handle. So we've got a valve now. We don't know what it goes to. And honestly, the atmosphere, the rainy atmosphere, is feeling oppressive. But I don't have that same feeling of dread. Don't have that same feeling of dread I've had in other games we've played recently. And that would be primarily due to just sound. There's no low droning. No long droning measures. No, none of that. This wasn't here before.
What?
Observation, Site B, observational report. Day 16. 2 sightings. 1 sightings 2. Sighting 1. Overcast, light rainfall. Humanoid appearance, dark translucency. Torch, that's probably better than flashlight. Ooh. This poor guy got ripped in half. Oh, poor fella. Poor fella. He didn't stand a chance. Poor guy didn't even stand a chance. We did just open up a bunker. Something has caused us to crash right here specifically. This is the crater. I did not like that. We should just go to the bunker, I think. Okay, that's where we crashed. Interesting. That's just gonna lead towards the lake. Huh. Chris is actually taking this pretty well in stride, all things considered. Like his dad was involved in secret government projects. Well, possibly government projects. It's the UK. Okay, that leads back to the cafe. How long are they going to let us wander down the road? Oh. There's swirlies in the air. That does not bode well at all. And a cassette tape. And that just leads back to the cafe. Okay. I suppose we should check out the bunker. Okay, so the camera is how you save. That's an interesting little mechanic there. I like that. That's a very neat mechanic there. Thematic, but also on point. I suppose we've got no choice but to explore this bunker. Yep. Yep, that's a concrete bunker from like from the 80s. That's a bit weird. Should be a bit... not quite so much 60s era Cold War. Alpha Charlie. Bravo. There are multiple reasons I'm not an urban explorer. This is but one of them. Wait, Bravo. Notes. Alright. Bravo. Oldest town in the village. Does this link directly to there? It's got to.
Locked.
Locked padlock. The swirls again. And I appreciate the restraint so far. Now we're getting to the oppressive atmosphere. With the low music in the background. Now we're getting into the scares territory. Oh, God. Anita?
Hey!
Echo?
Wait!
Echo. What was she doing? Locked behind. This place has seen better days. The wiring is literally falling apart. Comms. Site C. Warning. Status compromised. Simulcast link absent. Oof.
Some old radio tech.
That's one way to put it. Busted old generator. Site B has also been compromised. And so has Site A. All three of the locations have been compromised. Multiple sites compromised. Lockdown has been initiated. Back of various audio equipment. But I swore we heard someone trying to communicate. I don't like the fact that that gate's been busted open. Storage is locked. No, we don't have any choice then. That's the only thing open. Not that that led anywhere. An intentional blockage. Well, everything else was padlocked up. It's not like there was a key or anything. Just various notes, huh?
Some old radio tech.
But nothing he wants to examine. Ah, I see the flashing thing.
Hello?
Oh, God, am I happy to hear your voice. I thought you guys had left me here for dead. Does this mean you got the all clear? I can leave.
Who is this?
Who is this? I'm lost. I really need help.
Wait. You're not from the cleanup team? Fuck.
No.
Look, I was in the cafe and there was this thing. It attacked us. I just want to get out of here, please. Send help.
Okay. Take a minute. Tell me exactly what you saw.
I don't know. It was dark, like some kind of nightmare. Feels like I'm dreaming.
Hey, it's going to be all right. What's your name?
Chris.
It's Chris, but
Okay, Chris. I'm Helen. You need to listen to me. We're in a bit of trouble here. Something bad has happened. You're going to have to trust me. I need you to do something for me. I'm from a team of researchers. Whatever you saw in the cafe, it's not real, okay? But for us to leave this place, we're going to have to work together. Have you ever experienced sleep paralysis?
sure. When I was a kid, it would scare the shit out of me.
Think of it like that. Only your bed spans several miles. The things you see here, no matter how real they may seem, they're just broken memories. Figments of your imagination latched onto something real.
Look, I'm just trying to find my way home.
Yeah.
The only way you or I are getting out of here is if you do exactly as I say. I'm sorry, Chris, but we're in this together, whether you like it or not.
Okay, fine. So what do I do?
There are 3 sites, each with a device engineered to secure and contain the surrounding area. Several days ago, these devices failed. Simultaneously, each site was disconnected from the array. You're going to have to manually reboot the simulcast devices to re-link the array.
Honestly, I struggle with the VCR. I'm not exactly qualified to...
Think of this as more of a hi-fi. Just hit the power and press the big green button. It's that simple.
Okay, how will I know where these things are?
Each link has a failsafe signal for that exact reason. Easily tracked with a displacement device. There should be one there in the orchard.
And there really is no other option?
I wish there was.
Okay. So what's stopping me from just walking?
Okay. And what's stopping me from walking right out of here?
You're welcome to try, but I strongly suggest you reconsider that thought. Could be a fallen tree, a gas leak, exhaustion. It's going to be really hard to comprehend right now. But this place, it's different. It has an agenda. If you're here for a reason, and it's not going to let you leave until it's had its way.
How the hell does a field in the middle of nowhere have an agenda?
It's better if you don't think about it, honestly. Just focus on getting those sites contained.
You said something about a displacement device?
You said something about a displacement device?
Yeah, it's like a portable radio, only one that can pick up signals beyond the typical bands. We use them to monitor the anomalies, to listen to them.
Signals?
The signals are a side effect, a trace left over from the afflicted entities. Once an item is afflicted, it gives off a specific wavelength that the frequency displacement monitor picks up. You can trace the origin with it. That'll lead you to the simulcast link.
You have no idea how much this sounds like nonsense to me. It's the same shit my dad used to obsess over.
Chris, I'm deadly serious. We need to get those sites contained.
Chris hasn't put 2 and 2 together that his dad worked on this.
Tell me more about these sites.
There are 3 sites. If the radio's working, that must mean that the orchard has power. Check the monitors there for an update on each site. One is just off the main road. There's an abandoned cafe that we've been monitoring for several months now. The second is in the village itself, situated in an old public house. And the third, Ground Zero, is beyond the lake, a stretch of farmland where the first anomaly was found.
Cafe, village, farmland. Got it. Okay, well, I'll be back later. I'm gonna go check out those sites.
Go careful, Chris.
So that sounds like an objective. A series of objectives.
This is crazy. Is this that device she mentioned?
Frequency displacement device.
Huh. What's this? Operational guidelines.
Please read carefully, blah blah blah. Property of the Echo Garden Institute. Between 80 megahertz and 108 megahertz. Hotkey 3. Well, with no other place to check out. Realistically. Here we go. Press left control to raise or lower the directional microphone. E to unequip. Now we are literally but chasing static on the radio. And the bright side, it serves as a light. As a replacement for light. It is beeping. We are in fact getting a signal. Remember, they're just fragments of memory. That's all they are.
I think there's 2 more in storage.
Feel like I'm gonna pass out. These suits are so fucking hard.
Alright, you stay here. Take a minute to catch your breath. I'll get the others. We'll take them across the lake in 2.
You want these?
Thanks. Isaac had the other set, right?
Wherever the fuck he is, yeah. What's been with that guy lately, anyway?
Oh, no idea. Let's just focus on getting these moved.
Oh. There's the oars.
What the hell was going on down here?
To whom it may concern, our efforts to contain Site C, though extensive, have been grossly unsuccessful. I fear it's only a matter of time before the remaining sites are compromised. After what feels like months of research, we are no closer to understanding this place. Time is a concept I'm no longer familiar with. I've yet to see the sun rise. It is with my deepest regrets I must call an end to our research, for I fear for my colleagues' well-being. To minimize the chance of infection spreading, those who will not be returning to us have been laid to rest beyond the lake. Our thoughts are with their loved ones. Dr. Nicholas Strawbridge. At least we've got the ores. So in theory we can go beyond the lake. Although the anomaly's gone now. Although it is slightly concerning. Because the hum that we're going to be hearing a lot of, which is going to cause me it's going to cause me no end of minor apprehension, is because I'm holding the device making the humming. Okay, there's no signal over here. Well, there's nothing left in the bunker for us. We've thoroughly explored the bunker. There's a signal out here. I'd expect as much. Especially since it's going to be near the body. Right? No? There's nothing near the body? Okay. You insist.
Last one. Hey, you hear me? Just could be
Him.
away. It's got to go. All right. You first. Hold it steady. I'm surprised this thing's still afloat.
Same.
Like the more you look, the more you go up. That's your eyes again, firing up the rock now. Such a nerd. You know the constellation? There's the Disney Path and Orion Belt. Well, the constellation is there for me.
Yeah.
So you see that mountain? That's the net. Follow it down to the body, which leads off to the lake. It kind of looks like a bear. The Great Bear. I wonder who named it. Do you think it's always been a bear? Looks more like it's a rat to me. Most of the names come from Greek, named after a god.
And birds.
Yes, animals too.
Nice one.
I'm really happy with you.
Me too.
It's got to be an anomaly at the body that's hanging over here. No? See, I'd expect there to be one over here. I guess not. Well, we know our way back to the cafe. That's the only site we're aware of. May as well.
We lost sight of the airport. It's like it's toying with us. I've been going like these circles. At least I think so. The signal keeps moving, like my presence is disturbing. Sasha wasn't at the meeting point. The orchard's still empty, and it should have been my handover 6 hours ago. Oh, and on top of that, comms is still down. It's been 8 hours now.
Might as well do a little bit of surveying. We might learn something about what's going on. There literally was a signal.
Why are you doing this? No! Let him go! Right! This is chosen here! We of Calvin Park. Please!
Well, that's not concerning in the slightest. Of course, there'd be one back here also.
This is the pavilion of Sector 6. And here it's 53.001975 minus 4.129720. Subject has moved considerable distance since the last manifestation.
There you are.
Reading unprecedented noise in the upper limits of 30 megahertz, bearing 260 to 280.
And that's when she says she's been roaming around in circles. Busying hum. Disconcerting. Disconcerting. Not disconcerting, disconcerting. Now that we are literally chasing the static on the radio. need to find that replacement battery.
The line is dead.
Well, there's nothing else going on here.
How are you so calm? This is serious. Like, really fucking serious.
She's not wrong.
With all 3 sites compromised. Damn it, which one was it? We're looking at irreversible damage. That's all I'm saying. I just don't get it. How does each site go down within minutes of one another? The chances of simultaneous system failure is so... Are you even listening?
Do you hear it? They're calling us.
Sam.
They don't like it. They want it back.
What the hell are you talking about? Come on, help me find the key.
And then she died. Well, we've thoroughly explored everywhere we can. We can't help the cafe. All that's left is to go where the bodies are stored. Across the lake. I'll take us to the rowboat. See if anything else pops up. But that's where we're gonna have to call it for today. I must say, this has turned out to be much better than I was expecting, especially based on the user reviews on Steam. And while the atmosphere isn't quite as spooky as, let's say, The Descent or other games with their much more oppressive atmospheres, this one was a little bit more of a slow burn to bring that apprehension into life. But I think it succeeded. I think it has succeeded. And so, folks, I think that's where we're gonna call it for today. So, I think we'll see you all tomorrow morning, 12:30 in the morning, midnight 30, where we're gonna try to finish up Resident Evil 7, End of Zoe. The End of Zoe DLC. Oh, so looking forward to that one. And if it does go a little bit longer, If End of Zoe takes longer than expected, then it will take place on Saturday. We'll finish up End of Zoe, possibly start Moons of Madness, although I wouldn't say that's necessarily the case. So, I shall see you all next time.